and a temperature of 52.
There are bigger things at play here and bigger questions than like my business. It's just about human dignity.
Now at 8, local businesses are closing their doors today, part of a strike protesting ICE. Who else is joining the National Stand Plus?
And the Trump administration has dropped a lawsuit targeting universities for DEI initiatives. We'll tell you what one school's reaction is to that.
Also ahead, how an intern is saving his community college hundreds of thousands of dollars just by looking at the water bill.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us live at 8 o'clock. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Happy Friday. You almost survived one full week with me.
Yeah, verdict's still out.
Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis are standing by. I think you have more favorable reviews than China.
I mean, she has to smell you and sit next to you for like, all
hey,
which we don't.
She's the one who forgot to wear deodorant the other day, all right?
I really did.
You were supposed to
I told you that in confidence.
That's right.
But it's fine.
Well, you know what?
And Matthew, you're new here, but Rod's also the one that doesn't brush his teeth before he comes to work.
I was also told that.
Whoa, hold on here.
I was just airing out all the dirty laundry this morning.
I'm perfect.
You know, I was in a good mood up until about 20 seconds ago. Here's a look at our radar. Showers picking up and down the coast, or even rain, really. It's steady rain along the north coast. There's the US 26 split coming into Seaside, Cam Beach. That's wet up through Astoria and up into Long Beach. But we're still dry here in the valley, and we should be at least past 9 o'clock this morning. View of our state capitol under the clouds. It's a nice start to our day. We're at 44 degrees. Not sunny, but cloudy. And then here's the Wells Fargo view of the clouds, 47 in Portland. So rain showers, Futurecast shows about 10 o'clock this morning. Not a lot of rain, but a scattered shower threat will linger into the evening. Temperature of 52 at that time. I'm still in a bad mood, but I'm going to toss it back to Chris McGinnis.
He was thinking of something snarky to say. In fairness, I was the one that just reheated some shrimp in the microwave in the newsroom, so if that's figured, yeah. All right, let's get you out the door. We start off with a TriMet alert right now because of an earlier collision involving a MAX train near Providence Park. MAX Blue and Red Line still running on delays of upwards of 15 to 20 minutes over the next half an hour, so be aware of that. No word on any injuries or anything like that. The crash cleared a while ago. Our freeway drive, as is typically the case on Friday mornings, it starts later. It's a little lighter at this point. Here's I-5 through the Rose Quarter. I mean, it's a little busy, but so far, guys, we are zipping right along. No major issues out there on the freeways just yet.
Chris, thank you. First to some breaking news we've been following. One man has been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after police say he was shot on a MAX train. It happened just after 1 o'clock on Northeast 122nd Avenue in East Burnside Street. Officers say they have detained a man and that the two involved knew each other. You should expect some disruptions to MAX train service in that area as the investigation continues. We, of course, will keep you updated as we learn more.
A nationwide strike is planned for today. It's in protest of immigration enforcement and what some are calling violence associated with ICE and their operations.
The strike is calling on people to skip work, shopping, and school. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us live from Northwest Portland with what public school officials and local business owners are saying. Corey.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. China activists are calling on Americans to participate in the nationwide shutdown. Now, the strike is aimed at creating an economic blackout. It's in protest of ICE operations happening in cities like Portland and Chicago. Now, today's strikes and protests also follow the recent deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy in Minneapolis. The website nationalshutdown.org lists actions nationwide ranging from skipping work and school to avoiding shopping and boycotting ICE funding. Now, Portland Public Schools sent out a letter telling families classes will continue as usual, stressing safety as a top priority. Students joining those walkouts are urged to stay on campus with chaperones, and parents will be notified if they leave. Several Portland businesses also plan to close temporarily in solidarity.
We're going to do what we can to stop this machine, to stop what's going on out into the world in whatever ways that we can. It isn't necessarily about who's wrong or right and what action it is. It's just that every single one of us is taking an action.
Now, at least half a dozen Portland businesses have confirmed that they will temporarily close their door today in solidarity, but others plan to stay open and donate part of their sales to immigration groups. We have a full list of all of those businesses right now on our website, kgw.com. Matthew, China.
Our Corey Johnson reporting live this morning. Corey, thank you. Meanwhile, let's take you live to the nation's capital, where the Senate just resumed their discussion on a spending bill to avert a partial government shutdown. They are expected to vote on it today. We learned that the White House has reached a deal with Senate Democrats yesterday. And while the agreement funds most of the government through September, DHS and, by extension, ICE would only be funded for 2 weeks to buy some time for negotiations around things that Democrats are asking for example, for all agents to wear body cameras. It appears, though, the government might partially shut down over the weekend since the House is in recess and can't vote on the plan until Monday. Now, the impact as of now is expected to be minimal since most federal employees do not work on the weekend.
President Trump says that he will nominate former Federal Reserve official Kevin Warsh to be the next chair of the Fed. Warsh would replace current chair Jerome Powell when his term expires in May. The Associated Press reporting that this could bring the agency closer to the White House and reduce its longtime independence from politics. The appointment will require Senate approval. Here in the Northwest, a former Customs and Border Protection Commissioner is accusing federal agents of using unnecessary force against protesters at Portland's ICE building. An ACLU-backed lawsuit accuses federal agents of excessive force during Portland protests. Plaintiffs seek a court order limiting tear gas and other munitions near the city's ICE facility. A recent review found a, quote, pervasive pattern of force violating DHS policies, such as failing to warn before acting and misusing crowd control weapons. The case also includes testimony from a Vietnam veteran and his wife, both injured at an October protest.
They've never seen a real war zone, the people that are, if you will, protecting it. But they're more of a problem than a solution.
The federal government has not responded to the lawsuit filed in November, but we could learn more at a status conference today.
The Trump administration has dropped an appeal to cut funding to schools it accuses of DEI practices.
One school that drew the attention of the Trump administration last year was Portland State. That's where we find Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz. So Thomas, what's PSU's reaction to all of this?
Guys, Portland State has long maintained that they're in compliance with rules around diversity, equity, and inclusion. In a statement, a spokesperson for the university tells us, quote, PSU has always operated within the law. We were already in compliance and our funding was not at risk. Last year, the vice president of global diversity and inclusion at PSU told us the university was in compliance with the 2023 Supreme Court decision that made it illegal to use a student's race as a factor in college admissions. Still, they were a target of the Trump administration last year when the administration investigated Portland State for alleged anti-Semitism. The University of Oregon also drew the ire of the Trump administration. Last March, the Department of Education opened an investigation into the U of O over alleged race discrimination. They also threatened to cut federal funding. We reached out to the University of Oregon for their response. We didn't hear back, though in a statement, a Department of Education spokesperson tells us in part, quote, the department has full authority to target impermissible DEI initiatives that discriminate on the basis of race, color, or national origin. Adding, the Office for Civil Rights will continue to vigorously enforce Title VI to protect all students and hold violators accountable. Still, the decision to drop this lawsuit from the Trump administration comes after a federal judge ruled against the federal government, claiming that this anti-DEI initiative was infringing upon First Amendment rights. Guys?
Thomas, thank you. A student intern at Portland Community College is saving the institution more than $100,000 just by looking at the campus water bills. Eric Brewrud took bills from the last several years and went line by line through different tax and billing parcels throughout the college. He then took inventory of every meter on every campus. And he enrolled the college in a city program that gives a discount for proper stormwater management.
The water system here is really complex, and I think that's why it was kind of untouched for so long. Is there are about a dozen campuses at PCC, and a lot of them have multiple buildings.
The Cascade campus was being overbilled by about 12% for outdated structural changes on campus. That saved $50,000 in total. His work uncovered $143,000 in annual savings.
Well, it is 8:09. Let's go get over to Rod for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, don't want that young man looking at my golf budget. He might find I'm overspending, actually, not saving money. Here's a look at our radar. We have rain up and down much of the coast right now. It's been raining for a while up into Washington. You see the rain is now pushing all the way to Seattle, but we're still dry in Portland, still dry down in Vancouver and Salem as well. There's Claska 9. The rain's been setting just off to your west for a while, but it's inching closer to you. Right now, clouds over the valley. It's a nice morning. We're dry. The cloud deck is fairly high. Visibility is good. That's Willamette Valley Vineyards down off of the Turner exit just south of Salem. Here's the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club out in Aloha. Cloudiness almost looks a little misty out there just by this camera view, but being reported, I believe, as dry. Yeah, 42 degrees is the temperature. And here are the other numbers. Everybody's comfortable this morning. Not much wind unless you're out near the gorge. Troutdale winds have been 10 to 20, gusting to 25 in the past hour or so. Wilsonville 43. Good morning. Dallas equaling that. There's Salem at 44 and Almsville also at 44 degrees. So one thing I want to point out is that we do have a sneaker wave warning for Sunday and Monday upcoming at the coast. For today, rain's now starting to move in. This will be the wettest part of your day. By afternoon, there'll just be some scattered showers around. Your temperatures will be up into the 50s. This rain that's now hitting the coast is expected to be breaking up as it pushes into the Willamette Valley. That will happen later this morning, and then there will be a lingering scattered shower threat later today, but not much total rain. And you get east of the Cascades, mainly just a lot of clouds, but dry. 7-day forecast, 53 today, 60 tomorrow. That's still a go. A completely dry Saturday, partly sunny skies, and then rain showers with a final rainmaker on Sunday. Again, a weak system. Rain showers could be starting, though, early in the morning on Sunday. Here's Chris.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, that is. All right, let's get you out the door now. And if you're about to hop on the MAX trains, MAX Blue and Red Line still running on delays of upwards of 15 to 20 minutes because of an earlier situation near Providence Park. Again, expect those delays through 8:30. All right, back to the freeway drive. Again, Friday morning, Friday light. Sounds like Friday night. Friday light because the volume is light out there. And case in point, there you go. The sunset, riding the brake a little bit coming down the hill from the zoo into the tunnel, but no problems really on that side of town. Door number 2, we'll switch gears and take over to the Banfield. This is out near Providence Medical Center. That's over on the left-hand side of your screen. There's westbound 94. That's zipping right along as well. Matthew and China, so far, no major freeway trouble out there just yet.
Good to hear, Chris. Thank you. Still ahead on KGW Sunrise, frightening video from a Portland couple that police say were victims of a possible bias crime. Reaction from one of the victims later in the show. But first, meet the South Tacoma barber responsible for making sure the Seahawks are looking sharp ahead of the Super Bowl.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The Super Bowl is just over a week away, and the Seahawks going with the Navy on Navy look. It's the same combo that they've used throughout the playoffs this season, but it's not just the uniforms that matter. The players want to make sure that they've got the perfect hair heading into the game.
Especially under that helmet. Reporter Connor Board met up with a Washington barber who's headed to Santa Clara to make sure the players look the part of champions.
In South Tacoma, football is a common topic of conversation at this barbershop.
I was a little kid being a Seahawks fan.
And now Efren Garibay is more than just a fan.
This is also my guy right here, Byron Murphy. Cool guy right here. What's up, big dog?
He is the Seattle Seahawks team barber. It all started when linebacker Ernest Jones reached out to him for a cut.
Oh, this is me and him right here.
During week 1 of this season.
I was kind of nervous, like cutting his hair, and I was like, okay, like you need to lock in, Efren, like lock in. You gotta, do your best. And so I did. He looked at his hair and he was just like smiling. And I was like, okay, like this is how I know this is the beginning.
The following week, he did cuts for DeAnthony Bell and then Nicky Manwari, and now he's cut hair for about 15 of the players.
So it's kind of like a blessing from him. Just kind of started raining down on me. Natural.
This is something he never could have imagined when he became a barber 5 years ago.
I served time in jail before, and that's kind of where I found the passion of barbering, got out, and yeah, I just felt like, I don't know, it was my purpose.
Wide receiver Derek Young made sure Efren was at the game for the big win against the Rams, and now he's getting ready to attend the biggest game in football.
You got to get him right, looking, because it's going to be a lot of media, so you want to make sure you're on your A game.
Wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba is the one flying him out to California.
He's a nominee for the Offensive Player of the Year, so that's why I'm going a little bit earlier, because I need to cut his hair before, he gets on the big stage.
Efren says a good cut impacts more than how you look. It brings good energy, and he says that good energy is going to help lead to a Super Bowl win.
They're going to win. They're going to win. I got the house on it.
In Tacoma, Connor Board, King 5 News.
He doesn't literally have the house on it.
Okay, yeah, that would be tough.
Ill-advised.
Super Bowl 60 is set for Sunday, February 8th. Kickoff is at 3:30. You can see it right here on KGW.
Shout out to my guy Jackson Smith and Jigba for flying him out there.
There you go.
Barber. My guy.
But as you said earlier, they have their helmet on.
Yeah.
And then when they do their post after the game, they've got helmet hats.
Yeah.
I guess walking in.
Walking in, they do show that shot.
There you go.
Of them walking down that hallway when they get off the bus.
Yep.
You're right.
My favorite one of all time is Jason Kelsey, who does not care. The man is in sweatpants and flip-flops, and he just wants to play football.
Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't play anymore, but.
Yeah. All right. Well, we see him in the booth. We still see him on the weekend
He's
coverage.
wild.
Here's our U.S. map. This is still a thing. The really cold, frigid air hitting a good chunk of areas east of the Rockies. There's Timberlow up in Fargo. Again, these are current temps. Cleveland was below 0, now up to 7. This cold air pocket is going to shift southward into Sunday. Atlanta, Georgia, 45 right now. The high tomorrow with snow in the forecast is 27. So record cold continuing. I'm certain some of those cities are going to have records tomorrow, right? It just doesn't get that cold that often. Here's a look at where we are. You've got one weather system fetching some moisture inland. This is our dry Saturday. Here's a final weak front in the series of weak fronts that comes in on Sunday. So we have some rain today, no rain tomorrow, some rain Sunday. Right now it's all solid rain if you get up near to north of Longview and then up I-5 into Seattle. If you're getting ready to leave, that is a becoming rainy drive for you. We're still dry in Portland and Salem. So it looks like we're going to be correct that there's going to be no rain in Portland until after 9 o'clock. Here's the rain just now starting to creep up over the coast range. There's Jewel starting to get a touch of rain. Here's Futurecast, which has been steady at showing Portland rain about 10 o'clock this morning. And then watch this kind of break up. And then we have a lingering scattered shower threat. Not much total rain today. I think a lot of us will get less than 1/10 of an inch. Here's tomorrow's dry weather, partly sunny skies. And then here comes rain into early Sunday morning. This is 8 o'clock. So you wake up Sunday morning, roads are probably wet again, and then some scattered showers during the day. Again, fairly weak system. And notice that's mostly rain up over the Cascades again on Sunday with snow levels fairly high. We have birds flying and people walking, and we have the waves coming in. Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City. The rain starting to pick up along the coast. Not reporting it here in the observation. 57. 57. Wow. All right. There's Portland. 47 degrees. That's warm too for this time of the morning. The current numbers: 44 in Salem, 45 in Bend. I see mainly just a lot of clouds east of the Cascades today. Valley forecast numbers up into the mid-50s. Showers, yes. A lot of rain, no. Southwest Washington, a reminder, if you're near the Columbia, we still have east winds 10 to 20, gusting to about 30, low 50s here. 7-day forecast. Tomorrow's record, 62. We're going all dry, partly sunny and 60. Showers, 51 on Sunday. And then that's it for rain chances for a while. All dry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday of next week. Here's Chris.
Waiting on the next round of rain. So far, holding off for your morning commute. That's good news. That and, Friday mornings are typically a little lighter than Monday through Thursday. And this morning is proving to be pretty similar. There's Highway 26 coming down the hill from the zoo into the tunnel. A little busy, but moving along okay. We've got a speed limit drive on the Banfield right now. This is out near Providence Medical Center. There's your westbound commute zipping along just fine. And door number 3 takes us up to Swan Island. This is I-5 near the Swan Island exit ramp, southbound approaching the Fremont Bridge. Getting a little busy, but once again, China, Matthew, no crashes, no unexpected delays just yet.
Thank you, Chris. A hateful message, burned doorway, and a couple left shaken. Why police say this could be a bias crime.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW+. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW+. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Portland police are investigating a possible bias crime after someone took a blowtorch to a door and left behind a hateful message.
It appears an interracial and LGBTQ+ couple were the intended target. Celine Stevens spoke with one of the victims.
We genuinely thought we were going to be murdered.
Tuesday night, a couple was settling down for the evening when they heard banging on their apartment door in Northwest Portland.
As I went to look in the peephole, he was like wrestling almost with the door handle, like he was trying to aggressively open the door repeatedly and kept knocking really aggressively.
On the other side of the door was this man, seen in this video, recorded by the tenant who wishes to remain anonymous. He says he called apartment security, but when the banging continued about 10 minutes later, the same person had something in his hand.
But it kind of looked like you could see flames, and so I was like, whoa, maybe that's a torch. And then as I'm recording, he puts the torch back into his pocket and he gets what I, in the moment, and I still believe, was a handgun.
He says he called 911 and hid with his partner in the apartment. The suspect eventually left, and feeling unsafe, so did the couple. When they went outside, they noticed the door was burnt and a message written on the door.
By the time we went in the hallway was when we were leaving the apartment and locking the door behind us, and that's when we saw the whites only.
According to Portland police, when they arrived, they saw a man matching the suspect description, but they didn't have probable cause for an arrest.
It's just insane that he thinks he can get away with it, and if we let him get away with it, then he was right, and he didn't have anything to fear.
Officers searched for him again later that night, but were not able to find him, and it's now being investigated as a possible bias crime.
We're actually an interracial couple. I'm white and my partner's Latino, and we're both part of the LGBTQ community. I think that has a lot to do with it. Racism is something that they're used to, but they are just they just really can't process any of this. It's very traumatic.
Celine Stevens, KGW News.
To a grand opening for a new women's shelter, overnight shelter in Northwest Portland. Bethany's Room is near Northwest 17th and Lovejoy and is owned and operated by Blanche House. The shelter opens to the public on Monday, February 9th, and will operate from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. daily, and it will have a space for up to 75 women.
Investigators are seeing if multiple reports of stolen trailers are connected to the same person. Plus, Oregon's population is growing. What makes the state such a desirable place to move?
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
Good morning, I'm China Green. One man has been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after police say he was shot on a MAX train. It happened just after 1 o'clock on Northeast 122nd Avenue and East Burnside Street. Officers say that they have detained a man and that the two involved knew each other. So expect some disruptions to MAX train service in the areas as the investigation continues. We'll bring you more updates later today. Headed over to Rod Hill for a look at weather.
All right, thank you, China. Happy Friday to you at home. We are awaiting the rain. You folks at the coast are watching the rain. It's especially been coming down for a while when you cross the Columbia up into western Washington. But we're all dry across the Columbia right now. It's not sunny, 47 degrees, overcast in Vancouver from the Springs at the waterfront. We'll be about 50 at noon. And then 52 later today. So we get some showers coming in before noon. After that, a few scattered showers, but not a lot. Our 7-day forecast still features a dry, partly sunny 60 degrees Saturday. Now that's by popular demand, in case you're wondering. And then Sunday we have showers back.
Well, good morning. Buckle up if you're planning to fly one of the following destinations. A website that monitors flight turbulence is ranking the roughest routes in the world. Topping its 2025 list is the path from Mendoza, Argentina to Santiago, Chile. The 1-hour flight is in a mountainous region. The worst North American route is Denver to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Other turbulent U.S. airports include those in Bozeman, Montana, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Salt Lake City, Utah. So I actually flew through Salt Lake City, Utah when I came out here for my interview. I do kind of remember it being a little bumpy. So
it's a precursor of your time here for this first week here, right?
Not. Well, you know.
So not only has this man worked at McDonald's, but he was a flight attendant for years.
Yeah, you remember the old TWA, Trans World Airlines?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, back in the 80s.
I wouldn't have remembered it until you said it.
My worst job ever was selling shoes. No offense to people that sell shoes. But people really do come in with stinky feet.
Such a diverse.
They really do it.
I go all married with children when you do that. Al Bundy.
Here's a look at our radar. We do have some. Wash your feet before you go shoe shopping. Come on. We've got rain up and down the coast at this point. That's really started to increase in just the past half hour. If Futurecast is correct, Portland, Salem, and Vancouver will start to see raindrops as we get closer to 10 o'clock this morning. It's been a nice morning. We're all quiet, dry, mostly cloudy. Ignore the little auto sun plot there. 44 is the number. From the Wells Fargo building, 47 is the number. So clearly it's nice and comfortable. We have east winds. They've been bouncing about 20 miles per hour, 25 out near Troutdale for the past couple of hours. 50 at noon. There will be some scattered showers in the area. 52 at 5 o'clock. Not a lot of total rain today. Probably less than 1/10 of an inch. The coast, you could get a quarter, though. This shows Tillamook 55, and most of your rain will come this morning. A lot of clouds, but very little moisture, I think, in terms of anything measurable in central Oregon and out to the east. The shows Sun River getting up to 50 with cloudy skies, and Bend up to about 54. Okay, for your weekend. One dry, one wet. Tomorrow, all dry, partly sunny. It would be the warmest day since mid-December if we get up to 60 degrees. The record is 62. The final in a series of weak fronts comes in Sunday. Futurecast models show the rain here before daybreak and then scattered showers lingering. And then we go all dry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday again as we go into the first week of February, of course. Here's Chris.
Hard to believe. All right, Rod, we get our first kind of trouble spot of the morning commute. Let's zoom into the Banfield. Eastbound, I-84, disabled vehicle out near the Hollywood district. The left lane is blocked there. You can see that ODOT incident responder there with a big flashing yellow sign saying, get over to the right. Just a requirement. Remember, you got to slow down or move over. There's a look at the backup right now. It is backing traffic up towards Interstate 84. So plan a few extra minutes to get around that. The rest of the freeway system is just fine on this Friday morning commute. No other major issues out there right now, guys.
Chris, thank you. A former Westland doctor has settled a lawsuit with more than 170 former patients who accused him of sexual abuse.
The remaining defendant, Providence Willamette Falls, will go to trial on Monday. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz has the latest.
You may remember Dr. David Farley, who practiced in Westland for 30 years and treated patients in nearby hospitals, one of them being Providence. Now, we don't know what the financial settlement of the civil suit is. It wasn't disclosed. The plaintiffs were seeking more than $1 billion in damages. Even before this settlement, Farley faced widespread accusations of sexual abuse when he abruptly retired in 2020 and moved out of state. The Oregon Medical Board revoked his license that year for dishonorable or unprofessional conduct. Farley is still facing 16 criminal charges, including charges of sexual abuse with a patient who was under the age of 14 when it allegedly occurred. Farley has pleaded not guilty to these charges. His criminal trial is set for April of 2027. Thomas.
A Portland serial rapist was sentenced to 45 years in prison yesterday. Authorities say Damani Anderson sexually assaulted 5 girls and young women, many of them at gunpoint. Prosecutors add that he met his victims through social media or on dating apps. A reminder, if you or someone you know has experienced sexual assault, know that there is a national hotline open 24/7. That number is 1-800-656-4673.
When they take your truck and trailer, that is your entire livelihood for your family and your employees.
A KGW viewer says a suspected prolific thief we reported on was the same guy who stole his truck and trailer. The suspect, Nicholas Edwards, was arrested earlier this month after officials say he led police on a chase while pulling a stolen trailer across Portland. Prosecutors allege he stole trailers across the area and put them up for sale online. In one case, he's even accused of stealing the same trailer twice. In this particular case, the KGW viewer, who's a local contractor, reached out to us after seeing courtroom video of Edwards and remembering what happened to him in 2023 when a man hit him and stole his truck.
He was within 5 feet of me. I'm standing at the hood of my truck and he's leaning in the steering wheel yelling at me. Pretty easy to see who the guy was. I mean, he hit me right in the chest. That Ford truck, the hood's about that tall. It just knocked me back 10 feet.
Worley has called the DA to report the incident. Prosecutors say that's not the only call they've received, and they're working to see if the cases are connected. Meanwhile, some good news this morning for a struggling Portland restaurant. Dan and Louie's Oyster Bar says business has bounced back after they were worried late last year that they'd have to close.
It's worth noting that they appealed to us and other media outlets at the time last year and received quite a bit of coverage. Owner Michelle Washmuth says that Portlanders have shown a lot of support since then. She adds that when Paris Theater reopened in Old Town, foot traffic came back.
We are happy to see any business, even a restaurant next door, do well, because when one does well, we all do well down here.
Washmuth is also hoping that the nearby Saturday market will expand once again to Sundays. All right, now to some uplifting news. A national moving survey shows that Oregon was among the top states people moved to in 2025.
United Van Lines just released its 49th annual National Mover Study, and the Beaver State sits at number 1. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson has more.
Well, United Van Lines is a multi-state moving company, and they found in their study that 65% of people who moved in 2025 came here to Oregon. Now, Oregon has steadily sat among the top 10 states over the last 10 years or so on that study, but it's up from number 8 in 2024. Among the top reasons people decided to come here were for jobs, followed by family, then lifestyle. And the top city most people who moved here chose, Eugene Springfield, with 85% opting for the city, citing low costs of living and proximity to other major cities like Portland. The staff with Travel Oregon, the official tourism guide for the state, tell me they're not shocked to see that the Beaver State has claimed the top spot, as tourism rates have also steadily increased in recent years. Their annual report showing those who visit leave with a favorable impression.
Through these reports, we saw tourism spending, so visitor spending, topped $14 billion for the first time ever in Oregon in 2023. And then since 2023, we've seen moderate year-over-year growth. Our data shows that 9 out of 10 visitors after coming here say they're likely or extremely likely to return to Oregon within the next year.
Now, you also might be wondering where the people who are moving here are coming from, what states they're relocating from. Makers of the National Mover Study say the majority of them are coming from California, followed by other places like Washington, Montana, Texas, and Colorado. Back to you.
It's 8:38, time for a check of the traffic with Chris McGinnis. How are things looking out there, Chris?
Well, good enough to, I guess, welcome people. If you thought this was the normal morning commute, you're like, oh, this is easy. I've got one trouble spot right now over on the Banfield. ODOT quickly swooped in and moved this disabled vehicle out of the way, but there still is a backup. This is eastbound I-84, and the traffic is backed up a little bit towards the I-5 split. So folks will hit that both directions, going through the Rose Quarter and coming off the Markham Bridge, heading out onto the outbound Banfield. Outside of that, the freeway drive really looks good. Door number 3 takes us over to the west side, inbound Sunset. Lots of elbow room out there, guys. No major freeway trouble. It's just the way we like it on a Friday morning.
Thank you, Chris. Chasing history once again in this week's 10 to Watch, a bobsledder still going strong over 2 decades on the Olympic stage.
Hey, you know how we do it. Our team is always testing tons of products. We get rid of the rejects, only show you the best ones, and that's why I want to show you this thing today. It's the Tire Hero Portable Tire Inflator. Let me shut this off for a second. Literally true story, 2 weeks ago, I got stuck on the side of the road, glass in the tire. I barely made it to the gas station. Almost cost me hundreds of dollars to tow. So you need one of these anyway. The reason I think this is one of the best on the market is for this reason. Come on, again, let me show you. So let's say you don't know the PSI of your car, you don't know what it's supposed to be, or if you want to inflate a ball, it does it for you. So you see the little car icon right there? You can flip through these. Okay, I want to do my car. No, I want to do my motorcycle, little motorcycle icon. I want to do my bicycle tire. Or I want to do a soccer ball or an exercise ball. I just blew these up. The other cool thing about this is this. Come on and look at this. It's got the USB adapters here. It acts as a portable battery charger, so you can charge your tablet, you can charge your phone. It also comes with all these different nozzles for kind of anything you would have. It's small enough to literally, I mean, it's a pretty packed glove compartment, right? Look at that. It still fits. Nice and easy. Got a great deal for you on this today. And by the way, you want one of these anyway. You want this anyway because you can save $60 a year for properly inflated tires. So why wouldn't you? Get this one though, because I think it's the best on the market. $69.99 normally. Got a deal for you today. 20% off down to $55.99. Scan the QR code on the screen right now or go to shoptvdeals.com.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
Here is the countdown to the Olympic Games opening ceremony. We're just 1 week away. And as we get ready for all of the competition, we have an update on a local athlete who made waves in the Summer Games. Now, Vancouver gymnast Jordan Childs has won a major battle in her fight to keep her Olympic bronze medal in the floor exercise. Now, you might remember the Court of Arbitration for Sport revoked her medal at the 2024 Paris Games due to her coach's scoring inquiry, which they say was made outside of the 1 minute time limit. Well, Childs' team, however, says they have video evidence that her inquiry was made in time. Yesterday, the Swiss Federal Tribunal granted her appeal, saying the video evidence deserves review. The Associated Press is reporting it will take at least a year before a verdict is reached.
All right, one of the expected stars of the Winter Olympics is now facing uncertainty. Getting ready for her skiing comeback, Lindsey Vonn crashed this morning in her final downhill race before the games start next week. In a social media post, Vonn said that she is talking with her doctors and team and will be having more exams. The race was later canceled after 3 of the first 6 racers crashed. Meantime, Alana Myers-Taylor has another Olympic run in sight. She is chasing history yet again.
Redefining longevity and what's possible in the final stretch of an iconic Olympic journey. Cheryl Preheim has her story.
An explosive push of the sled, piling in, then speeds topping 80 miles an hour.
It feels like I'm flying. It feels like I'm just gliding and everything feels right.
For Alana Myers-Taylor, knowing each ride brings the final run closer changes things.
I can't put into words what my entire career has looked like.
Olympic competition has been part of her life for nearly 20 years.
It'll be interesting after these games to have that kind of reflection and be able to look back and see what's really happened.
With 5 medals, she is the most decorated Black Winter Olympian in history.
That's a wild statistic and one I never thought I'd even accomplish. Like when I started bobsledding, I thought, hey, I'd win an Olympic medal and then I'd be out and then be done. So to have this career now and to be up there with so many accomplished Olympians and to have this statistic behind it, it's incredible.
Milan Cortina would be her 5th Winter Games in a sport where she's set the standard and shattered barriers as a woman, elite athlete, and mom.
Having 2 kids on the road in Europe for 6 months is pretty insane, but they're right there with me. They're my biggest motivators, to have them by my side and to see me day in and day out doing what I'm doing. It's just the coolest experience.
Both her sons are deaf. Her oldest, Nico, has Down syndrome.
I want them to see their mom and know that she continued to chase her dreams despite any obstacles we have.
Now, advocacy is a role just as important as Olympian.
Like, I've got this really strong passion for disability, so if I can combine my love of the Olympics and Paralympics with advocating for people with disabilities too, then that would be the dream.
Alana Myers-Taylor is also redefining longevity in elite competition.
Happy birthday to you.
She recently turned 41.
For so long it's thought, women peak in their 20s or maybe they peak in their 30s or who knows, maybe it's 40. I'm hoping it's 41.
She sees her experience as an edge.
It gives me a lot of confidence going into these games in particular.
You could say Milan Cortina is a bonus Olympics. Alana almost retired after Beijing, but felt the draw back to the track with big goals.
I think the only goal you could set is 2 gold medals. I'm going to do everything I can to make it possible.
Go America! All right, we are headed up to the weather deck where we find Rod Hill. How's it feeling up there?
Definitely an east wind. It's interesting. So from where I stand, our weather deck, brought to you by Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, is on the roof of our building. So I can look across at street level and see the flags at Lincoln High School. They're not moving at all. But here, just slightly up in elevation, I've got a pretty good east breeze. And it's the cooling impact of that east breeze that has actually kept Portland, PDX, and I think downtown as well, from hitting 50. We've been in the 40s the last couple of days, while Salem has been up into the mid-50s. So you have to wonder if that's going to be the case today, if the cooling east wind would keep Portland from hitting 50. We'll see. We are tracking increasing rain at this time. You can see it right there, actually picking up in along the Washington coast, but we've got some rain from Newport northward now along the Oregon coast as well. Definitely going to be dry through the tick of 9 o'clock, which is what we expected. You can see some rain just north of Longview. Futurecast, if it's correct, brings the rain into Portland around 10 o'clock this morning, so that's coming up on just about an hour away. You can see it right there, and then watch how that band of rain just kind of breaks into scattered showers. So we don't get a lot of total rain today, and once this early initial band breaks into scattered showers, I don't expect a lot of rain. Now tomorrow, yesterday, Thursday, really overproduced. It was a much wetter day than I was expecting. We'll see if today plays out to where we get some rain this morning and then not much later today. There's a completely dry Saturday. We're still saying partly sunny, all dry and 60. There's a wave of showers coming in first thing Sunday morning. So for your weekend, a dry Saturday, but some showers on Sunday. There's our Seaside live camera with the clouds and some raindrops starting to be reported. Here's the Chehalem tasting room camera. A little brightness in the cloud deck. 45 degrees is the number there as we look out over the beautiful vineyard. Other temperatures, 47, Kelso, Portland, Salem, 44, Seattle's raining, and 46. It is dry, but above freezing out through the gorge. The Dalles is foggy, and 41. All right, the coast we go. A sneaker wave warning, if you will, for Sunday and Monday, FYI. For today, it's the rain picking up right now, breaking into scattered showers, maybe a quarter of an inch of rain. Temperatures well up into the 50s today, south breezes. Valley forecast, not much wind away from the gorge. South 5 to 15, mid 50s expected. Again, total rain amounts on average less than 1/10 of an inch. And here's our 7-day forecast. 53 today, if Portland makes it that warm. 60 tomorrow, the record 62, a beautiful Saturday. Showers return on Sunday, then that dry run of weather starting on Monday. It is birthday time. All right, a couple milestone birthdays, a few of them anyway. Here's Wyatt. There's 18 years old, a senior. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're having a really fun senior year. Lori's 58 today. Happy birthday to you. Hope you have a great day with friends and family. There's Lynn also celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Lynn. And then who else we have? We have Alberta. Alberta is 1 year old. One. I gotta add some zeros. 100 years young. Happy birthday to you, 100. That is fantastic. Hope you have a great day. And the crew added this photo. It is my birthday today. Rod is, oh heck, I can't even remember. We'll get back to you on that. Birthdays, now I can't remember the email address. There it is, birthdays@kgw.com. And we will celebrate with you. Here comes Chris McGinnis.
Happy birthday, Sir Rodney. All right, let's get you out the door. We've got one trouble spot that's in the process of resolving itself here. ODOT got in and cleared a disabled vehicle on eastbound 84. It's out of the way now, but as always, there's a residual backup. This is actually the on-ramp from Morrison, so either over on the east side or on the west side, trying to get onto I-5 north from Morrison, running a little slow, obviously, because of that earlier disabled vehicle. There you can see the top deck of the Markham Bridge running a little thick as well. Outside of that, no freeway trouble out there right now. We are easy breezy for this Friday morning commute. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
In a wrap of our top stories this morning, one man has been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries after police say he was shot on a MAX train. It happened just after 1 o'clock on Northeast 122nd Avenue and East Burnside Street. Officers say they have detained a man and that the two involved knew each other. A nationwide strike is planned for today. It's a protest of immigration enforcement and what some are calling violence associated with ICE and their operations. The strike is calling on people to skip work, shopping, and school. At least half a dozen businesses in the Portland area have confirmed they'll be closed today. And the Trump administration has dropped an appeal to cut funding to schools it accused of DEI practices. Portland State has long maintained they were already in compliance with rules around diversity, equity, and inclusion. Still, the decision to drop the lawsuit comes after a judge ruled against the administration in August. saying the anti-DEI initiative violated the First Amendment.
All right, 7-day forecast. We're well up into the 40s right now. Portland could start seeing raindrops in the 10 o'clock hour. Not a lot of total rain today, but the scattered shower threat will linger. 53 tomorrow, partly sunny and 60. Hallelujah. Thank your favorite weather person when you see them. And then we've got rain showers coming in on Sunday, 51.
Thank your favorite traffic person, too. I've been working all morning trying to find excuses for you to be late to work and school, and I haven't found any, so get at it, people.
Wow. Wow.
All right, one more story to get to. Millions of baby red crabs recently embarked on a journey in Australia, and experts say such a massive migration happens just twice a year. Their goal is to get from the Christmas Island coastline to the safety of the jungle further inland.
I say just twice a year, like that's infrequent. Christmas Island National Park says the journey takes each baby crab more than a week. After all, they're only about 5 millimeters wide. The park says not many of the crabs survive, so starting with such a large number this year was a hopeful sign.
China's got this thing that she does.
It's not.
That's really, no, it's not that. Okay, never mind.
No, he thought I was
cute. I love it, but these aren't cute, I guess.
Not cute. That looks like a nightmare, honestly. Just
Like fire ants crawling.
They do that. That's kind of what they look like.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
A little harsh.
You thought they were cute?
Yes,
little
I
red
did,
demons?
China.
The
I
little
thought
red
they
demons?
are.
Oh,
I
weatherman
believe they are
with a
cute.
heart.
Thank you, Chris.
Is that the Christmas Island Jimmy Buffett sang about? Anybody remember the Jimmy Buffett Christmas song?
I don't know.
Oh, R.I.P.
Can't place that one.
How'd
Sing
you
it.
like to spend Christmas on Christmas?
Okay, now I recognize it now. I recognize it now.
We're sending him
All
back
right.
to Ohio.
I never said I was a good singer.
A reminder that you can watch Sunrise every day live here exclusively on KGW Plus starting at 7 o'clock. And then just so you know, we've added another half hour of news at 12:30 and 5:30 right here on Plus. Hope you have a great weekend.
We'll see you Monday, everyone.